Okay, I don't know if I am on or not. Hopefully someone logs in. I see there's someone else. Says there's another person right there, so just be aware, guys, that I have a delay on the screen that I see, so I see your comments with a 15-second delay. Hi, Heather. Heather's here. Joaquin, how are you? Hi, Heather. Did you run today? Did you run twice today? Heather, I interviewed her for my channel the other day, guys. I think it went live Sunday. I think it went live Sunday, but we did the interview Saturday. And she, when we started chatting, she shared with me that sometimes she runs twice a day, which is something I've never done. Hi, Joaquin. And then Joaquin is right here. He's a longtime viewer of my channel. He's in Murcia right now, which is on the Mediterranean in Spain. So kind of southern Mediterranean, south of Barcelona, for those of you who are familiar with where Barcelona is. Oh my God, Heather. Heather's going for 2 more runs later. I can't believe that. How many miles? Total, like how many miles are you planning on running? And you guys see right here, like I look very professional, I've been told, with this background. I'm actually sitting on the floor in my basement, so there's nothing professional about this. The only thing is that we have a huge, this, I forgot the name of this kind of lighting, but it's like blasting light here in this little corner. So I feel like I look better. Who else is online? So Heather already did 4.5, doing 3.5 and then 2. Wow, I didn't run today at all. So I started working, I logged into my corporate gig this morning at 7 and that was it. And I just logged off about 30 minutes ago. Joaquin is saying that he rested today, but then yesterday he did a training run with hills. Hill repeats, Joaquin? I haven't done a hill training in a while. Like I've encountered hills during my runs, but I haven't done specific hill training in a little bit. So what are you guys doing this weekend? I have my longest run in a while on my training plan. You guys know I'm following, well, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you. I follow the Garmin training plan, but some of the long runs, which are on Sundays, I've skipped and I've done virtual runs. So, but I think this is the longest long run per se included in the training. Also, Heather saying she wanted to do hills yesterday, but you ended up doing 10K on the treadmill. Yeah, our friend, the treadmill. What? I mean, I can't imagine my life without the treadmill right now because we're having the wettest summer on record. It's raining. It rains every other day pretty much. So if I didn't have the treadmill, I don't know how I will be making my training runs happen, to be honest. What's your next race, Joaquin? What are you signed up for? Is it Paris? Is it Paris Marathon, your first one? Joaquin has as a goal, he wants to run the London Marathon, you guys. So, and he's a fast runner. He's beyond fast. What's your so you've been okay, so I'm going to translate. Joaquin is saying that he just started to do two high quality trainings per week. So he does hill training and then fartlek. Yeah, London Marathon sounds amazing. I have that on my bucket list. But it's one of those that's really, really, really hard to get into. So I would have to get much faster than I am to get one of those qualifying times. So we'll see. I'm on it. I've been like doing my training runs at a good pace. So, but I still have such a long way to go to get to any of these qualifying times for any of these big races. So in the meantime, the lottery is going to be. So, okay, Joaquin, so you're saying Manchester, did you run the Manchester Marathon? You are running Manchester Marathon. And then Heather is saying that Disneyland Paris is the half marathon is one of your bucket list. I don't know that I have done a video about this ever, but my bucket list, New York City Marathon, is like right there. But if everything goes well, I'll run it next year. But I really want to do Disney World Marathon, the full marathon. That's like one of my dreams. And I would run as Princess Leia. I already have my outfit thought of. So, yeah, Joaquin, Spain is more or less in the same stage that we are here in the United States. They are reopening everything right now. And a lot of races have been canceled or rescheduled, postponed for a little later. So I think, as a runner, our lives are a little bit on hold right now. We have to wait and see, what type of races I really run these days. I've already received a few emails about races that they intend on having them, but it's, small local races that maybe will have 100, 120 runners. I don't think any of these big races would be able to happen without a lot of changes in, how large the corrals are, having different waves. And then, of course, those races that have 50,000 people who run a race, then you need to have a lot of space to obviously space them out. So when is my next one? So I had a lot of things on my calendar this year. None of them are happening, but I had Broad Street Run, which is in Philadelphia. It's the largest 10-miler in America. And that was in May, and they postponed it till October. So it's Sunday. I think it's October 3rd or October 4th, first weekend in October. So hopefully if it happens, I intend to run it. And it's actually a little bit of a downhill. So I think it's like 10 feet. Like it's a slight incline. You don't feel it when you're running it. So, but it's a fast course. It's a straight line. So there's no turns. So a lot of people try to, get a good time in Broad Street because it's, the only minus is that there's a lot of people running. So if you're not in a good place, in a good corral, obviously you get held back. So that's my next one. Yeah. But again, we don't know if it's going to happen. So yeah, Heather, pretty much everything, it's been postponed or has been moved to next year. Same here. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know where you are. Heather, in Arkansas. But here, Pennsylvania had the number of cases and, COVID was up really quickly at the beginning, and then we shut down everything. We were like pretty much in full lockdown. So now cases are really on a really downward trend, which is good. So we'll see, once they open up schools, if they do open up schools again, that's a big unknown. Joaquin is saying he would love to come visit and run Philadelphia. That's actually one of the, my secret desire right now is I am training, but I really wanted to start training more, doing more mileage in case Philadelphia Marathon happens. Kind of just sign up last minute and be ready for it. Because I love Philadelphia Marathon. It's my favorite race. I have no shame saying it. I did Marine Corps Marathon. It's a phenomenal race as well. But there is something about Philadelphia Marathon. It's just the people, the scenery, the course is super easy. And you have a lot of people right at the end of the course. So when you need it the most, after miles 17, 18, that's where most people are out on the streets, cheering you. And the volunteers are just beyond good. I mean, the volunteers were amazing. At the end, the last, I think it was mile 19, mile 20, there were volunteers with the rollers rolling your legs. If you were cramping, they would come and roll your legs. They were making signs with the rollers and just coming and helping you out if you needed it. So yeah, it's just a phenomenal race. And it's a big race too. I mean, it's 30,000 people. So, but yeah, that starts and ends at the art museum. So there's nothing, I mean, yeah, I'd love to run it again. So, Boston. Well, Boston, you need to qualify unless you are prepared to fundraise $5,000 or something crazy like that. You have to qualify, and I'm really far from that. Right? Joaquin is saying you have to qualify. Yes. Yeah. So we'll see if that ever happens. I was actually punching on this calculator I have on my phone, the times, the paces that I would need to run to qualify for Boston. And it's just crazy fast right now. Basically, I would need to run my 4-miler pace, the pace that I ran in my best 4-miler. At that pace, I would need to run a full marathon. So I think it's kind of hard right now, but nothing's impossible. You try hard enough. Oh, so look, Heather's saying that one year at the Disney half, it was so hot, they had volunteers squeezing sponges of water. Yeah. I find with races at Disney, it's either, you never know what you're going to get. For the big weekend, running weekend, which is the marathon weekend, you never know if it's going to be very hot, cold, if it's going to, it could even rain. So, yeah, weather is a big unknown, I think, in Orlando in general. I mean, granted, you're going to get, most likely you're going to be hot. But sometimes, there's been years where they've been cold at the start line for the marathon. So, come next spring to run in Paris with me. I wish I could. Paris is, my friend Jennifer did it. She runs a lot of races with me. She's in a lot of my videos. She's ran Paris Marathon. So I'd love to run in Paris. Paris is a city I've been to I don't want to brag because I lived in Spain, and Paris is like kind of right there. I mean, it's close enough. I've been so many times. I love Paris. Oh yeah, see, Heather's saying this is world, the weekend, the marathon weekend in Orlando. It's been super humid. It's been rained out, been below freezing. Never know what to expect. Yeah, yeah. But that's for the marathon weekend. If you run Star Wars, you know you're going to be hot because it's April, and that's a given. You know you're going to be hot. So that's another one I would like to do. That's another one I have like high. I was actually registered. Was it last year? Last year, yeah. And I could not run it because we were buying this house, or we moved here. So, and we bought this house kind of, we saw it, put a bid on the house, and bought it basically that weekend. So it was a quick decision. We couldn't let it pass. So when you know, it's the right house. Yeah. Oh, if you were up to your husband. Is your husband French? Is that why, or he just likes Paris? See, I used to go to Paris a lot because my first husband was French. He was from Paris. So yeah. So I've been to Paris, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 times. Yeah. We used to go for the weekend just to go to Paris. So we would fly Friday night and then come back Sunday or Monday morning before work. So yeah. But yeah, it's a lovely city. Oh, so your husband just loves it there. That's why both your kids have French names. My son has a French name, and that's why. Like legit. Yeah. Yeah. But my friend Jennifer ran Paris, and then she ran on the same year. She ran Berlin Marathon. And she liked Paris a lot more than she liked Berlin. She thought Berlin was going to be different. And obviously the cities are completely different. But she said that Paris, just every street you go through, there's something to look at. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. Yeah, it's freezing in winter. And you want to come to Philadelphia? Because Philadelphia is just like, I mean, Philadelphia winters here are not easy in the Northeast. We basically have very hot summers and very cold winters. So I've run here. I think my record is minus 16 Fahrenheit, which I think is like 20 Celsius, like minus 20 Celsius. So it's, it gets cold here, much colder than Paris. So yeah, moving to Paris. Do you think you will ever do it, Heather? Will your husband, will he twist your arm? Yeah, it's a beautiful city, but I mean, everything is expensive in Paris. There's not many things that you need to make a good living. You can't retire in Paris. Or maybe you can. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's finances are different, but yeah. And I am getting bombarded with emails right now. I was there with some friends visiting Disneyland and the city. I almost raised my butt. That's basically what he's saying. Well, picture that, but a lot more here in Philadelphia. I mean, I'm sure you guys can Google that, but I'm pretty sure Philadelphia gets cooler than Paris. And it's not because we are higher, like we're probably, like if you look at the globe, the Earth, we're probably on the same parallel. Those are parallels, right? Yeah. So it's just, Philadelphia, I think it's because the river, the mountains, how it's geographically, Philadelphia is positioned. Oh, so you should have not bought the house. You never know. You never know. You're young still. So that's one thing. Like when we purchased this house, we thought we will never, like I told my husband, I'm not moving ever again. But I mean, I could work another good 20 years. So who knows in 20 years where we will be able to retire, because the area where we live obviously has its high taxes, and I don't know that it's worth it to be retired, to be here if you don't have a kid to put through the school system. So how has the weather been in Arkansas, Heather? Is it hot already? And Joaquin, are you guys, you're not in lockdown in Murcia, right? Like in your area in Spain, you're not, like you don't have to stay in the house. You can go out and run at any time, right? Joaquin is saying, enjoy the day. Carpe diem. Where do you want to retire, Joaquin? And I know that you also have a way to go. But I think about it from time to time. Extremely humid in Arkansas. And the heat index is pretty high. Yeah, like here the heat index gets like skyrockets. Some days it's just like, it's crazy. So Joaquin you're on phase 3. And phase 3, for those of you who don't know, I think in Spain, instead of going like in the United States, we have red, yellow, green. So right now our county here is in yellow. The next step is green, when you can just go out with no restrictions. In Spain is the same thing. So you have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So phase 3 is like our green, I'm guessing, right? You can just go out, but you have to wear masks. You can go to restaurants and all that. Are restaurants open? Because Spain, again, like the United States, they have different provinces have different points where they go through phases. So it's kind of local as well. So they can't even, like in the United States, you can hop on a plane and go to another state. I think in Spain that's restricted still, that you cannot go on a plane to another. Okay, so that's what Joaquin is saying. He can go to see friends, he can go to friends' houses, visit, but they can't travel to another province. So if you're in Murcia, you can't go to Barcelona, for example. If you're in Barcelona, you can't go to Madrid. You have to stay in your province. Oh, wow, we've already had triple-digit temperatures in Arkansas. This is just, beyond. We've had 92, but with like a feel of 91, 92. So, but here, triple digits here in Pennsylvania, I guess we get it maybe 3 days a year. Do you get more than 3 days a year of triple digit temperatures, Heather? That would, I mean, by the way, guys, Heather released the video. You have to go check her channel. Her channel is awesome. But she has a video about running in the heat. It's really good. So you guys should go check it out. She just published it like 2 or 3 days ago. And her videos are really good. I checked, you told me about the zombie run, and you sent me the medal and everything. This morning I received an email from them that they released a dinosaur run. So I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Like it has different faces. I want to give that a try tomorrow. Sounds like fun. It's like this podcast. I'll put the link below, guys. It's called Zombies Run. It's a podcast. So basically you're listening to the story, and when the scary parts happen, you're supposed to run faster. So it's kind of immersive, and it pushes you to, it spices up your run. Okay, so Joaquin is saying that you can go to your second house if you have a house at the beach or at the mountains. You can go there if you own it. You can't rent. And at all times, you have to be 6 feet apart from people. Oh, Heather. She's saying, we spent most of the summer at 100 and up. Wow. That's crazy. Do you continue running the whole summer if that's, if you're getting 100 degree weather all the time? I really don't go out if I have more than like 82, 83. I run inside. I use a treadmill. But Joaquin is saying that today in Murcia in Spain, but in the Mediterranean, they had 35. And that is close to 35. It's probably 94 Fahrenheit. Hot. But Murcia is on the beach. Not all of it, but it's coastal. So if you're right there at the beach, life's better at the beach, you guys. With the breeze, it doesn't feel as hot. Oh, you have a zombie run review coming next week. Awesome. Do you want to say which one it was? Which one you were reviewing? Or is that a secret? If it is, that's fine. But I think this has potential. It just sounds like it's a thing that's not well known. Like the first time I heard about the zombie run app was on your channel. I hadn't heard about it before. And then when you sent me graciously, thank you, the pack with the medal, that's when I really was like, oh, wow, this is like a huge production. Like there's a booklet with activities. It's like a scavenger hunt. So it looks like it's just a lot of fun. There should be more like that, especially now that we can't do races. It's a great idea. So yeah, the beach is my happy place, Heather's saying. Yeah, so you use the treadmill. The treadmill is a lifesaver for us, for runners. Mañana, yeah. So it's a summer solstice, guys, tomorrow. Yeah, it's a big thing in Spain, actually, summer solstice. Like people at the beach, they go and do these fire pits. People go out and celebrate, and they stay out late and all that. Oh, so you're doing an overall review of the app and how it works. Okay, I'll watch it because I'm still like playing around with it. I feel like it's so because I am in technology, I have an appreciation for apps. And this one, it looks like they have big ideas, but they don't have a lot of manpower behind it. That's my impression. I could be wrong. But I think they could do a lot more. And they're not doing that because they probably don't have the manpower to give it a little bit more pizzazz. It's an awesome app, but there's a lot of stuff they could be doing with it that they're not doing. So yeah, it's the Zombies Run, guys. And if you want to learn more about it, Heather has a review already of one of the runs, and then she's going to do another review of the whole app and how it works. And I think that's going to be very helpful, again, because it took me a little bit just to play around with it and understand how where everything is located. So that's a great idea. Joaquin is saying, yes, he's saying that they have 2 seas in Murcia. They have the Mar Menor, which is the small sea, and then they have the Mediterranean. But really, the Mar Menor, the small sea, it's just like the Mediterranean getting into this bay. Like it's really the Mediterranean. It's not really another sea, Joaquin. It's like a bay. I actually haven't been to the Mar Menor, the small sea, since I was a little girl. I went with my parents many years ago. I think it was probably 8 or 9. It's beautiful, but I remember there were so many people. It's like because there's no waves, so the water's like kind of gets into this stretch, like here's land and here's land, and there's a stretch where the water goes through, and there's like a bay, it's kind of like a lake, sort of. So all of that is beach surrounding it. And there's so many people who go there because there's no waves. It's safe for kids. You can walk on the water. Like you walk and walk and walk and walk and walk, and you can go super far away, and you can still, you don't have to swim. So it's great for little kids. So kids love it. Yeah. Yeah. So Heather's saying we're landlocked where she is in Arkansas, but we have a ton of lakes. Yeah, that is my idea. So if when I think about myself retiring, I always think about myself retiring next to a lake. Not so much to swim on the lake. It's more the idea of just opening the window or having dinner out and seeing water, like a body of water there. And if for some reason, to me, it's more appealing to have a lake than to have the ocean. I don't know why. See, Joaquin is saying that in this bay in Murcia, you can walk. Yeah, he's saying that same thing. Guys, remember, I see the comments 15 seconds after you write them up. So are you Central Time, Heather? Is Arkansas Central or Mountain? It's Central, right? So it's almost 4:20. Here it's 5:20. So now, guys, tell me what you're doing this weekend. What your plan is for running, or if you're going out. I feel like right now everybody's plans are, I'm just going to go out and hang out with my neighbors 6 feet apart. It's like what everybody's doing. Like, I am going on a bike ride with my kids. That's like what everybody's doing with their masks on. You're Central. Yeah, that's funny thought. And Heather's going to do 15 miles tomorrow. That's a whopping 15 miles. When was the last time I ran 15 miles? It's been a while. And I have, on Sunday, I'm doing an hour and a half or an hour and 40. I'm not sure. Because the Garmin training plan goes on time. So, yeah. So I will not do 15 miles tomorrow. It's just not going to happen. Not in an hour and a half. I'll probably do 8.5, something like that. So I am excited about starting to get longer runs in. So this is how my mind works. I'm always thinking about my next training plan. So I am on week 9 of this training plan with Garmin, and I'm already thinking about the next plan. So, and I'm just on week 9. So yeah. How many miles, how many kilometers are you running, Joaquin? Oh, so Heather, usually 15 is your longest run of the month. Okay. It's I mean, it's a good long run. 15 miles is long. So Joaquin is going to celebrate the birthday of his little nephew, who's going to be 9. Such a great age. I feel for little kids with this lockdown because it's hard for them. I think it's harder for them than it is for us, for adults. I don't think they have the knowledge or the mechanisms to handle this kind of stuff that's going on right now. But yeah, happy birthday. So Joaquin is running 3 days and then he's cycling 2 days. Hola, Jorge. How have you been, Jorge? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I haven't seen you. I haven't read you in a while. And Jorge, where are you? Remind me. Are you in Mexico? Is that where you are? So Joaquin is training, or he was, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, Joaquin, but are you still training with Paloma? Joaquin is training with one of the top female athletes in Spain. Like I think she's an Olympic qualifier, something like that. Like she's top notch. Like she's a great, great athlete. She's super fast. I think she's an Olympic qualifier for the 10K, I think. Yeah, Jorge's saying he's okay, and he's hoping that there will be races soon. Yeah, we are all in the same boat. So it seems like I should have put this on my YouTube channel a little later because there's more people logging in right now. Maybe 4:45 was a little early. So you're in Toluca, okay, close to Mexico City. How's Mexico with COVID? Do you guys have a lot of cases there? Zacarias, oh my God, Zacarias, I can't believe you logged in. Zacarias is in Argentina. Argentina. And Joaquin is saying he still trains with Paloma, but Paloma is now aiming at the triathlon. But yeah, she was shorter. I think she was 10K. Oh, Jorge's saying things are not good with COVID in Mexico. Hey, Matt! Oh my God! Awesome! Thank you, Matt, for popping by. Guys, go to Matt's YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel that's awesome. He just got a Peloton, one of these contraptions. I'm excited to see how that goes, Matt. I think you posted a review today of the Peloton. It's not a bike. It's one of the other, I forgot the name of it. It's elliptical. I think it's an elliptical. Our pleasure to have you here. So for people who just logged in, go check Matt's YouTube channel. Go check Heather's YouTube channel, Running Geek Girl. It's a bike. Oh, it's a bike. So it's not, I thought it was an elliptical for some reason. That's awesome. A friend of mine has the bike and she's constantly raving about it. She does the tours, like they have like 4 or 5 different events and you do you do the full thing and then you have like 200 miles on the bike or something crazy. Hey, Mike, you got yourself a new subscriber. Yeah, the app, I actually downloaded the app because the Peloton app, you download it on your phone and you can use it for your runs on your normal treadmill if you want to. It's just that it does not have all the options. And I think it's only free for like 90 days. So, but yeah. Yeah. Great way to cross train. The only thing with the bike is I went to a spinning class and I was already a runner. Like I was in good shape. This was maybe 7 or 8 months ago to my local gym. And I felt so, it made me feel out of shape again, like when I started running. So I was like, everybody's going faster. And like, the coach, she was saying like, go up, put your gear up a notch. And I was like, I could not even keep up. So I felt so self-conscious. Yeah. So Jorge is from Mexico, and Joaquin is saying that he knows he's an admirer of these native people in Mexico, the Tarahumaras, who ran long distance with no shoes, and yeah, it kicks your butt. I can attest to that. Yeah, I made a mental note to sign up for another class, but I never did. So I could not even sit. It was just, yeah. And I made a mistake because you know how, all the bikes are put in like a circle, well, like an oval thing. And then the coach is in the middle. So all the bikes up front were free, and the ones in the back were taken because I arrived kind of tight with time. So I had to be up front, and it was just not. I felt like everybody was looking at how poorly I was doing. So yeah, guys, and I think I should have done this a little later because I think it would have been easier for people to log in. At like, if I had started at like 5:15, it would have been probably better for people. Oh, you should have seen me. Yeah. So Matt is in Florida. Are you running outside, Matt? I have my doggy coming right now. She's coming. Come here, Annie. Come around. No, she doesn't want to come. Come here. Give me a kiss. Oh man, you're running every day. It's miserable hot. I can't even imagine. Are you north, like Florida north or Florida south? Because there's a difference. You should do. You know what I would like to see, Matt, on your channel, and you may have done something, but I would like to see like a breakdown of your training, like what you typically do on each day. Like Mondays I do this, Tuesdays are like, what do you do on a given week with your training? I for one would be interested in learning more about that because it looks to me like you're a guy who's very focused on, very consistent with, and I think we all could learn 50 miles south of Tampa. So one of my husband's cousins is in Tampa. So yeah, I'm familiar with that area. Tampa's nice. Good idea for, yeah. And I'm gonna have Matt on my channel, you guys. We're gonna do an interview. So You're in Strava and all your workouts are posted. I don't think I'm connected with you. I'll find you on Strava. But yeah, more like I would be curious to learn how you structure your and maybe you don't do this, but most runners have like Mondays they do this, Tuesday they do this, Wednesday this. Like we are structured about what we do. I don't know if you do that or not. Maybe you don't. Okay, so your workouts are not that structured. So maybe you can bag my suggestion for later. And I have a lot of questions for you for that interview. So guys, stay tuned because there's an interview with Matt coming up and I have a lot of questions for him. And yes, there's a Netflix documentary on this Tarahumara runner, this woman who ran, I don't know how many miles, a crazy amount of miles without shoes and with her normal clothes. And she beat everybody, every other woman. And I think men, I think it was like a mixed race. It was men and women. And she beat everybody in that race. Okay, during marathon season. Did you qualify for Boston, Matt? Are you a Boston qualifier? This is on my mind because I want to be a Boston qualifier so badly. So I keep asking this. I can't wait to chat with you either, Matt. It's going to be a good one. So you're a Boston qualifier. Cool. Very cool. So, question for you. I'm going to put you on the spot right now. What do you think it takes someone to qualify for Boston? I've run Boston 6 times. Good for you. So you know this. Like, tell me, what do I need to do to qualify? Like, not what I need to do. Obviously, I need to train. But what do you think is the defining quality of someone who qualifies for Boston? Because there's got to be something, right? Not everybody qualifies. There's people who, even if they could qualify, they don't. So it's got to be a little bit of consistency, I'm guessing. But it's got to be something other than just consistency and wanting to do it. There's got to be something else that says, if you do this, you qualify. This is the right mindset. You have to be a Boston qualifier. You're hoping to run it again in 2021 if the race is held. Yeah. I am hoping to run it, I don't know, because I need a marathon first to qualify. So, yeah. And I don't think I could, like, my qualifying time would be 3 hours. It's 3 hours 50, I think it is right now. I still have a way to get there. Like, I would need to run much faster than I'm running right now. Okay, the Strava study showed a factor that joined many Boston qualifiers was the volume they ran. Yeah. So see, this is where I would need to do 2 runs a day, like Heather is doing right now. Heather's running twice a day on some days. So that's what I need to start doing. Otherwise, I can't even, do enough miles. Like right now, my largest week in terms of miles has been when I was training for Philadelphia. And I think I want to say it was 60 miles. 60 miles? Might have been a little less than 60 miles. So, and I could have run more. Like my body would have been able to run more. I was not like in pain. I mean, I was tired, but I was not in pain or I didn't get injured. It was that I didn't have enough time to run the amount of miles that you need. So you need to add 2 or 3 runs here and there, that week. And then, yeah. And remember, you probably have to beat your qualifying time by at least 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, because you need some wiggle room there. Yeah, just in case they reduce the qualifying time that year. Yeah, that's like a goal of mine. So hopefully. Do you have a coach, Matt? Do you have someone who trains you, or do you write your own training plans? Joaquin and Jorge, they're speaking in Spanish about trail runs. But yeah, Joaquin is saying that he likes road races better than trail races. Not that he likes them better, that he's better at them. 60 miles is fantastic. I think it was short of 60 miles. I think it was 58 miles. But yeah, that was my peak week, like 3 or 4 weeks before running the marathon. That was my max miles. And that was running just one. I think for Philadelphia, I was running 6 days a week. So if I wanted to do, I don't know, 70 or 80 miles to qualify for Boston, I would have to run some days. I would need to run twice a day. Yeah, because otherwise I'm not going to get over that. Because I do need a day of rest. I can't. That's something my body needs. Like Mondays, I need to rest. I can't. I don't know if maybe it's because that's my habit that I've always done that. But I feel like on Monday mornings, there's some Mondays that when I have to log into work, so my paid gig, I feel like I should have taken a day off because I'm so tired after all, like weekends are heavier with miles. So I feel like I'm like completely exhausted. So my Mondays, I just need to rest. Heather is saying that she keeps wanting to get into trail running. Yeah, that's something I want to do. Like UTMB or one of those, challenges in Europe. That would be so fun to do. Just because, there's no, it's like everything is beautiful in the mountains, but they're crazy long, crazy hard, crazy altitude, and then you go up and then you go down. It's those races you have to be in such good shape. So you make your own training plan. That's what Matt is saying. Yeah. That's cool. So now you're giving me more ammunition for our interview this week, Matt, because now I have more questions. And guys, in case you don't know, I have a whole playlist on my channel with interviews I'm doing to other YouTubers. I interviewed Heather last week. I've interviewed the First of Teen runner, Andy. He's great. I've interviewed Arno from Arno Run. I have other interviews coming up that are, people that I think, that they have great content on YouTube. So they would bring value to the channel. And I'm trying to do it in a way that right now, I mean, it would be wonderful to interview so many people that I start repeating kind of certain skill sets, because I'm trying to find people who are different to each other. So who bring something new to the interview. So rest days are part of the training. Isn't that true? Yeah. So many questions. I know, Heather, so many questions. Yeah. Do you rest one day a week, Matt? Now you're going to tell me, no, I don't. No, you just said that you run every day. Didn't you say that before? Yes, you said you run every day, so you don't rest. You're superhuman. I went on a run streak for a good, I think like almost 2 months, but I was running like a mile and a half a day on some days. So that really doesn't count. Yeah. I mean, I walk every day. I'm an active person. I walk with my dog every day. So, but I just need to take that Monday off from running. Sorry, my phone was beeping. So guys, at 5:45, we're reaching an hour of live cast. I am so appreciative of you coming today to chat. I was, when you're a content creator, you're always thinking, will anybody show up? Maybe no one will be interested. So this was a lot of fun. I still walk on my rest days. That's what Heather's saying. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I move. I just don't do strength training. I didn't do anything that's super taxing just because my body is already tired. Like, yeah, I'm a fan of active recovery. That's what Matt is saying. Yep. And I feel like when you walk at a good pace, the blood keeps you, I don't know, it's like your body's healing in a way as well. Like I feel better sometimes. You wake up in the morning like stiff, and if you go for a walk, it goes away. So okay, so Matt's saying he likes taking a day off of running per week, but since all these pandemic started, he hasn't taken a day off. So there was a good video from the running channel. You guys can go check them out. I'm sure you know them. It's super, super, they have a lot of followers. But they released a video today about data on Strava and several other running apps that says a lot more people are running and exercises because of the pandemic. Like the increase in some of the numbers were like crazy. Like people were running like 50% more runners, like 200% more downloads of the Runkeeper app, stuff like that. And people using it, like logging into the app and logging miles. So it's awesome that this was all all we needed, for people to get active and start exercising. Jorge's asking, when are we having races here? We don't know. I have one on my calendar in October. It's in a 10-miler in Philadelphia, and it's a big one. It's Broad Street, which is really, really a big race. It's like 40,000 people. So we don't know. Right now, we are in yellow, which is, there's red where you can't go out, like things are closed. We're in yellow, which is some businesses are open. And then you go to green. So hopefully in October we'll be in green, but who knows? I don't know if it's such a large race. It's the largest 10-miler in America. So I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Who knows? I don't think they know. Like they keep sending emails because they have a training plan on their website, and they keep sending things about the training plan. So, in theory, it's going to happen. We just don't know. But yeah, guys, I have to wrap it up because someone needs to make dinner. So that would be me. So I need to get up there and start making dinner. Heather in Arkansas, she's saying everything here is pushed to next year because their active cases are trending up. Yeah. Yeah, here we're going down, but nobody knows what's going to happen, for October. So after all the schools open, who knows? Yeah. I'm ready to run it. If they have it, I am going to assume it's safe. So I would run it. And Jorge, oh wow, Jorge, you're really fast. Jorge ran in November last year. He ran in Florence, Italy, the marathon in 3 hours 41. 3 hours 41 minutes. That's crazy. Because Florence is like hilly. And there's a lot of like the streets are not asphalt. It's like paved streets. That's gotta be like, awful for your legs. Like kind of not balancing must be hard. Yeah, Florence. I've been a couple times to Florence. I have to say, Florence is not, this is a whole other conversation. It's not one of the cities, like I like Florence, but there are many other cities in Europe and in Italy itself that I like better. So Jorge wants to do 3:24 to go to Boston. So I need to do 3:50 to go to Boston. That's my qualifying time. But you're much closer, because if you did 3:41 to get to 3:24, you're kind of close. I still have to take my time down 50 minutes, which is a lot. I mean, it's just a lot. So, yeah, I need to run every mile a minute faster. So it's a lot of time to shape right there. Yeah. Okay, guys. I need to get up there. Yeah, Jorge is like, yeah. Jorge, go subscribe to Matt's channel and to Heather's, Running Geek Girl. They're both on YouTube. I'll put the links below once this uploads to YouTube. I'll put their channels in the description box so you guys can check it out. So you're 52. Wow, and the time is 3:25. Wow. See, for women, I'm 46. So for women, my time is 3:50, or it was last year. I mean, it could change. You never know. So thank you for coming, Heather. Thanks, guys. This was awesome. Thank you, Joaquin. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Heather. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Zacarias. I think he left. He logged in and then left, I think. Thank you so much for coming. I know Jorge. Jorge's saying he was one of my first subscribers. I know that. Don't think I don't remember, because I do. Awesome, guys. Have great runs this weekend. Don't, try and stay, run on the shade. Be careful with the heat. And I'll see you around. And as always, I always say, run fearless. So run fearless, but run on the shade. Okay? Don't risk it. And carry water. Hydrate. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.